going to do a little garlic demo. And I'll tell you what, over the weeks and months ahead, I'm going to be doing little demos on things that what I feel people are not comfortable with, or they need to know how to do it. Like we'll have an avocado demo going forward, how to work with avocados, because quite frankly, it's the best vegetable on our planet. So you should really know how to use it. People are intimidated by it. Now with garlic, and if you watch my lamb video, then you know I'm a strong proponent of using the fresh garlic in its whole clove state. Now I'm going to show you how to work with it. Now first of all, let's say you've got the bulb of garlic, the whole bulb. I took a couple of cloves out of this already. You simply, with your two hands, press down on it, and it will break into little cloves. Okay, so now we've got the little cloves, and then we're going to peel them. And what we're going to do today is we're going to do some sliced garlic. We're going to do some chopped garlic. And those are the two, pretty much the main things you're going to use. I mean, you know, if I think of something else that you need to know, I think by showing you how to slice it and chop it, you will be, you know, pretty much set for most cooking procedures. I mean, there'll be certain things where you're taking like a clove, and it would be a smaller clove, like let's say like this, where you're taking the clove and you're actually putting the whole clove and inserting it into a leg of lamb or something like that. So, but for the most part, those are rare. The typical uses will be, again, chopped and sliced. Okay, so all the garlic is peeled, and now let's say you're going to make a pasta dish, and you're going to use a sauce pomodoro, which would be a alla minute tomato sauce. And by the way, this whole thing with grandma cooking her tomato sauce for 43 hours and all that, no, bad. The best tomato sauce, in my humble opinion, is the tomato sauce that's put together in less than 5 minutes, using a good quality whole peeled tomato, a California preferably. They're sweeter than the Italian imported tomato, and we're going to do a pomodoro sauce going forward, so look out for it on my website. But the reason I'm saying that is because the beginning stage of the pomodoro sauce is one where you have, in this case, you can use extra virgin olive oil, and then thinly sliced garlic. Okay? As thin as you can slice it. Now, if you're new at this and it's a little bit thick, don't worry. Okay, you'll get better as you, just like anything else. The more you do it, the better you get at it. Okay, so you're slicing it nice and thin. And then what you would do is you would work those thin slices of garlic and in unison with finely chopped onions into the extra virgin olive oil. Now I'm talking about the sauce pomodoro. But that's just one example of needing sliced garlic. If you're making just a garlic sauce, any kind of a pasta dish, it's nice to have the thinly sliced garlic. Now, another thing, if you, let's say you want the garlic in your refrigerator for a week, okay? Then you take your thin slices of garlic and you just marinate them in the olive oil. And so you could keep that garlic in the olive oil for a couple of weeks in your refrigerator. Now the next thing is the chopped. So now we're going to chop some garlic. Now remember how I said don't put salt on things when you marinate them because it draws out the liquid? Well, for the same reason, you are going to add salt to this garlic, because what it does is it draws out the moisture of the garlic and makes it more, for lack of a better word, choppable. And then you can make a very nice garlic paste. So we'll show you that. And by the way, you want to get that little root part off of your garlic. So here we are chopping, and again, just like the sliced garlic, you can store this in a little container just covered with olive oil. In the kitchen, we would do chopped garlic and we would put it in a big container, and you know, in one day a whole big container would be gone. So we would have prep people that would make this for us. Now, just also you get a little knife lesson, and I'll have special presentations for this going forward, but while I'm doing it, you use your, actually, see, I should be able to chop without looking at the knife. Why? Because this hand directs the knife. All right? So when you become good at knife work, you really don't have to look at what you're cutting. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some salt on here, and while the salt is drawing out the moisture, I want to give you just a little tip on how to use a knife. Okay, see how I'm holding it? Basically, I'm shaking hands with it. With these three fingers, they wrap underneath the knife. The thumb is on the other side, and the other finger curls across. Let me show you a few angles. Okay? That's how you hold the knife. This hand guides the knife. So the blade is actually pressed against the hand and guides it. So now we've got the salt is starting to work, and it's drawing out the moisture. And now I'm going to kind of help it along by using this technique. You can see the liquid start to come out of the garlic, and that's because of the salt. So you can see why I don't like to add salt to like the lamb. I don't want the liquid coming out. In this case we do. So we just go through that process. Nice. You want a nice garlic paste. And we're going to use this later when we roast the rack of lamb. We're going to finish the roasted rack of lamb with a seasoned breadcrumb mixture. Part of that seasoning will be garlic paste, as well as chopped parsley. And you know what, we'll probably chop up some of that fresh thyme, throw that in there too, as a bonus, since we have it anyway. So you can see what the salt has done, is really liquefied the garlic. Okay, so here's your garlic paste. So we have the sliced garlic, we have the garlic paste. Both can be stored in little containers, like look at these cute little containers, right? That I use this for my salt and pepper. You get them at the Giant or whatever. This is a perfect container. Get a little container like this, put in your sliced garlic, another one for the chopped garlic, and then cover with some olive oil. Bang, you're good for 2-3 weeks.